Hello, everybody. Hi, Alex. Welcome in. Yes, everybody, be sure to make sure that your chat is in live mode. If you are unsure of how to do this, I believe it's just a toggle at the top of your chat screen. I believe to start with, it often says top chat, but you should be able to click it and switch it to live chat. Welcome in, Alex. Hi, Margot. Yes, safe travels, Margot. Safe travels home from work. Hi, McKenna. So good to see you. Hi, Faye. Welcome in. It's so good to see everybody. Hi, Jen. Hi, Savannah. Hi, Beth. Oh my gosh, the gang's all here. What can I say? Hi, Bree. Welcome in. Hi, Ian. So good to see everyone. Okay. We're gonna keep the intro a little short here, and we'll probably go into our first sprint rather quickly. Sorry, Walter. And then yap a little more on our first break, if that's okay with everyone. Okay, come here, baby. Where's your chair? Your little lambskin chair. I do want to give everyone a heads up too that I think I've mentioned this before on here, and it's usually not an issue, but I was in a car accident years ago, and I have this residual pain right here in my chest. It's like damage to the inner walls of my chest. Anyways, it sounds silly, but it actually, I get pain from sitting at my desk and like hunching forward. And it is kind of bugging me today. Usually it's not much of an issue, but today it is kind of irritating me. So we may lean closer to like a 2-hour sprint tonight, as opposed to usually I do like 3 or 3.5. We may do like a slightly shorter one tonight. But we'll see. I did put some anyways, it doesn't even matter. I took some medicine, and we'll see if it helps a little bit. But if not, I may end up doing more of like a 2-hour stream, just so everybody is aware. But I'm thinking we'll pop over to the wheel and get things going, because I don't know about you guys, but I got some work to do. The Tuesday stream was really helpful for me, actually. That library lock-in one, I did get a lot done, but I have 2 huge chapters in particular that I have to deal with throughout revisions. Let me see if I can find, I think these were my 2 biggest. Yeah. Okay, so I have 2 chapters that were huge, that needed to be subdivided, and I did get through one on Tuesday, but this one is bigger than the other one by over 3,000 words. So I need to subdivide this one probably into like 5 different parts. I don't know. Anyways, so I definitely have some work to do. So I'm thinking maybe we'll go into our first sprint, kind of get things going, and then we can take a little break and yap a little longer when we're all kind of more in the process, and we can all talk about what we have going on. But let's see. Hi, JK. I'm just working on my next big chapter, which was originally my chapter 14, I think, but it'll now be... It was actually originally my chapter 13, but it will now be chapter 21, because I've been going back and subdividing all of my thicker chapters. IRL over URL. Oh my gosh, I actually love that. Thanks, Bree. Anytime with the TTWG is a blast. You guys are so sweet. The humidity here is bringing out all my old war wounds. Thanks, Jen. Oh, hi, Isaac, or Day. Why did I say Isaac for a bit? Hi, Day. So good to see you. So happy to have you popping in and saying hi. But yeah, okay. So that'll be our plan then. So without further ado, let me pop you over to the wheel. But yes, big thank you to everyone for being understanding and accommodating. Normally I try and go for a pretty long amount of time, and I may still be able to. We'll see if the medicine I took helps, but yeah, we'll see. Oh, thank you, Sapphire Wolf. That's very sweet of you to say. Yes, everyone go ahead and drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. And we'll take her for a spin. If anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in their honor, and I'll fetch them a nice little trophy over on the main screen as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Okay, for a minute there, I was thinking that's a little close to doom, but 35 I can definitely handle. Let's see if anybody got it. Nobody got that one. Interesting. Nobody got that one that time. Wow. Well, hey, it's kind of good to switch it up, right? Keeps things interesting, keeps the stakes high if it goes without a winner every once in a while. All right, let me pop us over and get a 35er queued up for us. Perfect. No problem, Margot. We'll be happy to see you whenever you're able to make it back. And we definitely wish you safe travels home from work. All right. That being said, I do have 35 minutes all queued up on the clock. I wish you all the best of luck, and I'll see you in 35. Here we go. Okay, we are back. I did make some good progress. I'm still nowhere near done with writing out the events of this chapter. I'm also noticing I'm kind of cross-referencing this stuff with my outline as I'm going, just to make sure there's nothing I'm missing. But somehow I think I'm off, like, by a chapter. Anyways, I'll figure it out. The good news is all the new stuff I'm doing, all the reverse outlining is correct and makes sense and everything. I just may not be able to cross-reference it with my outline again until I'm kind of like done from here to the end. And then I may need to look at my original and cross-reference it with that. But that's okay. I'm figuring it out. I feel like nothing I'm saying is making sense, but it makes sense to me. So we're getting there. Let's see how y'all did. Oh, also, I'm going to set an accountability timer for us, a little break timer, just to keep us on track. And I want to give us a little treasure chest while you all are putting your progress in the chat. If you feel like sharing, never any pressure. Okay, I think we're pretty good now. Sapphire Wolf said, me and my grandmother got a pet bed for the bay window I normally sit at, as the cats love sleeping and laying on it. I currently have my old man, 11-year-old Yorkie, on the pet bed, and he loves it. Oh, the baby. That's so cute. What a sweetheart. Also, that's awesome that you have a little bay window they can sit in. That just sounds dreamy. Hi, Ron. Welcome in. Alex, we're at 712. That's awesome, Alex. Oh, and Alex also shared a line from draft 2. All right, thanks, Oren, I say before turning to the... Okay, sorry, I started to like smile for a minute there because I thought you were just saying, all right, thanks, Oren, which is totally valid as a final line. But I didn't realize it was continuing for a second there. Anyways, let me jump back in. A line from draft 2. All right. Thanks, Oren, I say before turning to the carriage door to get it for the woman inside, only to see the inside of the carriage is empty with no trace of her inside. Oh my gosh, where did she go? That's cool, Alex. I love that visual. It's very Sherlock Holmes, you know? Like you open the door on one side of the carriage and she's gone out the door on the opposite side. Love it. Let's see. Bree said, had to share this funny line. Hey, Bree, maybe it's time to learn how to spell. Hey, Charles, maybe you should learn how to edit faster. Charles is my inner editor. Oh my gosh. I love that you have a separate name for your inner editor. That's great. That's awesome, Bree. Jen said, I had 3 chapters I needed to revise, but inspiration was being a sexy beast tempting me to make notes for a new chapter. Oh, listen, sometimes the muses, you know, call to you. You got to make it happen. You got to write it down at least somewhere. That way you don't forget. Ian said, progress. I made other people food and then paid my very overdue taxes. That is progress, Ian. You know, like, we'll take that. Faye said, I really locked in that sprint, made it 50% through this chapter I'm editing. That's awesome progress, Faye. In 35 minutes, 50% through a chapter, that's huge. That's really good. It's been a minute since I did my red pen edits, you know, like, and I know that's different kind of from editing, but like literally I would get through, I don't know, like 4 pages in 35 minutes. It was bad. I was slow. Margot's back. Yay. So happy to have you back, Margot. Christina said, hey, just popped in, probably gonna have a chiller night due to a raging headache. Oh no, Christina. LOL, gonna read my last scene I wrote and then see what happens. Who knows? You know what? Christina does do this sometimes in the TTWG streams. She'll come in, she'll be like, I'm just gonna dabble with like 1 sentence. And then at the end of the night, she's still here putting in that work. But genuinely, no pressure, Christina. I actually said at the top of the stream, you weren't here for the very beginning, but I said I may have a shorter stream today anyway, so this may work out because I may end up doing more of like a traditional 2-hour stream as opposed to what I usually do, which is like my 3.5 hour streams, just because I've been having a little bit of chest pain, nothing concerning. It's a residual pain from a existing injury from a car accident. So, yeah. Fun fact, if you get hit hard enough and you're wearing your seatbelt, it can leave permanent damage. So I'm feeling okay for now, but sitting at my desk, I tend to like look down, you know, especially when I'm reading, and that actually hurts it. So my schoolwork has been getting the best of me this week. I've been at my desk even more than usual. I also was putting together like the writer's coven stuff for this week. And between you guys and me, putting together a special little side project for a vlog that I want to do, that I'm pretty excited about. So I've just been at my desk like way more than normal this week. And yeah, it's just killing me. So we will see how long I can last tonight. Hopefully at least 2 hours. And then we'll see from there. Alex said, a good time to remember to unshrimp yourself, friends. Yes, I kept like catching myself even on that last stream. Like you guys will probably see, if you watch me tonight at all, you'll probably see me every once in a while like catch myself and like pull upright a little more. But yeah, that's the whole reason I actually have my like standing desk that I have, is I tend to write. That's why like I'm kind of even low in the webcam frame, because I tend to write with my desk up a little higher so that I don't lean forward more, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's a very odd like injury to have to work around, and it's kind of weird to explain, but usually I do a pretty good job with it, but this week has been killer. Faye said 4 pages in 30 minutes is a superpower. That's awesome. Listen, I will take it. I will take the praise, Faye, because I did not view it as a superpower when I was in the middle of it. Yeah, well, you know what though, we're hanging in there, and who knows, the power of the TTWG may carry me beyond the 2 hours. We'll see. I did take some medicine too, so we'll see if it helps. But all right, let's pop over to the spin wheel and go ahead and log our next guesses and get our next sprint going. Let's see. Take about the next 5 seconds or so to drop those guesses in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. And if anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spin the chat with gold stars in their honor, and then I will fetch them a nice little trophy over on the main screen. Nobody guessed the sprint time for the last one, so we haven't had a winner yet tonight. So be sure to drop that guess in the chat, okay? Even if you're lurking, I won't call you out. But drop that guess, because you never know if it could be you. You know, I'll only call you out if you win. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. A 55. Okay. You know, it's not as bad as a Doom. I guess it's not too bad. Oh, and we had a few people get this one. Now, Sapphire Wolf kind of stacked the deck a little. Kind of hedged their bets with two guesses, but we'll give it to them. So Sapphire Wolf got it, Margot got it, and Ian got it. Very nicely done. 3-way win. All right, y'all know what to do. Very nicely done. Congratulations once more to all 3 of our winners. The stars are all lit up for you tonight. We'd love to see it. All right. But on that note, we do have a 55-minute sprint to get into, and I have 55 minutes queued up on the clock, so I wish everyone the best of luck. I'll see you on the other side of 55. Here we go. Okay, we are back again. I am still working through this same chapter. I think I've still got like 23 pages in this chapter alone to go through. The good news is I do feel like I know where I'm going to split it, and I also can see a point on the front end where I'm going to cut some words. And then I actually think I want to add 2 or 3 chapters to the overall book, just to put me at an even 40. And I have an idea of a place where I can add a chapter here as well. So I think this will for sure get split if it works out, if the idea works out. I think this will for sure get split into 5 chapters eventually, with the 4th or 3rd chapter being a brand new chapter. Oh my god, this is really killer. Anyways, let's see. Oh, I saw that before. Okay. Okay. Christina got tea and read a few hundred words. Oh, that's awesome, Christina. I hope your headache is feeling a little better. I'm going to talk kind of quieter for Christina, because I know when I have a headache, I don't want to hear someone just, screaming into the mic. Margot showered and got settled in on that one. Nice. Bree said, oh, you hate to see it, but I put off a chapter, might take it out, tried to start another chapter, but it won't connect right. Oh, that's brutal. When you have a chapter that you like love, but it's not quite fitting. That is brutal. But you've got this, Bree. If anyone can like figure this out, you can figure it out. Alex got 978 words written. That's awesome, Alex. Ron read 10 pages and did some light editing. Sweet deal. Jen finished notes on her new chapter and is almost finished revising another. Wow. I guess this is the magic of having, a longer sprint. The 55-minute sprint really comes through sometime. Or sometimes, oh, that's nice. I'm controlled by volume, so don't worry. I forget that you guys can do that, actually. So you're right. Thank you, though, Christina, for that reminder. Editing book 3. Oh, Ian, I'm sure you did not suck a year ago. I'm sure you did not. Yes, I hope she feels better soon as well. Although I will say on this note, there are certain things in this book where I'm like, why did I write that? So like, I get it. I get it. Oh, Alex shared a last line. My jacket front gets a careful brushing for non-existent dust before turning to face her. I love that. I'm just rereading it myself real quick. Sometimes I like to read the line out loud and then reread it to let it kind of like absorb. I love that. Like you're kind of nervously brushing off dust that isn't there to kind of delay the inevitable of having to meet her gaze or whatever. Yeah, exactly. That's a good way of looking at it. Just shows how much you've improved. Alex, you're always so positive. I love to see it. Oh, and Christina shared a last line that she read, which is the end of a scene. I don't fully understand, but the man will simply have to be disappointed in the empress he has forced me to become. Wow. I'm rereading this one again. Hold on. Wow. That was a banger. Now when you say read, Christina, is this in your own project? Because I think you said you read a few hundred words. Is this in your own project or in a book? Also, I finally got Way of Kings from the library, and I was trying to read it, and really the only time I have to read is at night, right? And I just got the audiobook. I'm someone that, for the record, I do not care if you physically read or listen to audiobooks. To me, it's all, productive, and it's all positive. I don't want to get into semantics about what's reading and not reading. But anyways, I was listening to it, and I was trying to listen to it as I was falling asleep, and I very quickly was like, Yeah, this is not something I can listen to while falling asleep because it was so involved, which I knew that was the way it was, but yeah, I think I majorly underestimated because it started with like Seth Son von Velato or whatever, like of the seventh king. I don't know what it said, but I was just like, oh my gosh, I cannot. This is not a fall asleep listening, not a fall asleep audiobook, not a nighttime audiobook. This is a razor focused while cleaning or something audiobook. Anyways, Christina said, yes, I'm just reading back a scene I wrote last time. Nice. Okay. It's really good, Christina. Simply have to be disappointed in the empress he has forced me to become. Ugh, banger. Oh, okay, Ian. Oh my gosh. Line I'm on at the moment. I am not good with gore, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm gonna put this on the screen. I'm gonna let you all read it because it is a good line. It is a good line, but I personally am not I don't really read like horror or anything like that, so I'm gonna let you all read it. But it does look like a great line, I will say. Oh my goodness, how do you guys feel about going to another sprint? I was gonna end at 2 hours, but I feel like, God, I kind of feel like I could do one more as long as it's not a doozy, like as long as we don't get doom. And I'm thinking because we had a 55, I'm thinking the wheel's gonna give us a lower one, hopefully. And I would just dearly love to make more progress in this chapter because I just know this is going to be such a pain. But once I split this chapter up, that's the last kind of like really bulky. I think I have to split one other chapter at some point and then maybe add 2 or 3 chapters. But it's just, this is like the bulk of the work that's left behind me or in front of me for splitting up chapters. Let me see how y'all are feeling. I can't read a fantasy via audiobook for that very reason. I need hyperfocus. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've actually rented it before and like tried. And my issue is I always have to return it to the library before I can finish it because Brandon Sanderson's books usually as audiobooks are like 45 hours or something crazy. I may be exaggerating a little bit, but they're pretty long. And I think that may have to be one where I need to like actually get a physical copy that is my own, that I can make notes in and like annotate, because I think it's gonna, it sounds really cool. But I think I need to be able to like annotate to keep track of who's who and different things. Yes, it's very good. Let's see. I've been writing more editor comments to myself and I'm crying. I really do like the idea of having a different name for your internal editor. Sprint. Okay, sprint. This reminds me so much of Joseph Murname's writing. Ooh. Very cool. This was in regards to Ian's sentence that he shared. Okay. Margot said sprint, so we're going to go for it. We're going to do one more, but this will for sure be the last one of the night just because my chest has been kind of bugging me today. It feels okay for now, but I do think I'm going to call it a little early tonight just to like be on the safe side. Because usually after a night, kind of laying out flat, it kind of resets itself. So gonna end just a smidge early, but y'all know the drill. Go ahead and take about the next 5 seconds or so to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time you think the wheel will land on. And if anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in their honor, and I'll fetch them a nice little trophy over on the main screen. Yeah, I feel okay, Alex. Trust me, if I was really feeling bad, I wouldn't even offer. I would have just been like, okay, we're at 9 o'clock now. But I appreciate you guys checking and making sure I'm good. But yeah. Awesome. Oh, nice. Ian got a good book rec from Jen. You're so sweet. I really, if you can go, so could I. Nice. Yeah, I have to be honest. I really I like refuse on principle to not utilize the wheel. To me, the wheel is like, it just pushes me in a good way. And I don't ever want to, unless it was something like really life or death, I'm not going to like set a sprint time. But I really, really appreciate that you guys are like, you don't have to do the wheel, you know. Now I will say if we get Doom, I may be like, we're going to respin, you know, but we'll see. Hopefully we don't get Doom this time. Okay. Anyways. My good googly muggly. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay, that was really close to a Wheel of Doom. Okay. Well, we got a 50. We'll take a 50. We can totally do a 50. We just did a 55. It was piece cake. I love how sweet. I have to say it's so sweet that nobody here put Doom and nobody put anything even in the 50s. You guys are seriously, the TTWG is the sweetest, because I know that in a normal situation, you guys would have been like, Doom, 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 you know? So that was really sweet of you. Yeah, okay. This is exactly what I'm saying, Christina. Christina says, once you destroy the wheel's integrity, it's always destroyed. I get it. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I feel like if I start like, unless it is really life or death, you know, I don't want to, yeah, mess with the program, with the wheel. Because then we just start feeling like we can change it on a whim all the time, you know? So we got this. You guys are so sweet. Respin on Doom. No, you're good, Ian. You didn't guess too high. I mean, listen, I don't blame you for guessing at all. Whatever you really think it was going to be. So, and you weren't too far off. So, all right, let me pop us over though and get the, oh, whoops, had the jazz on still. Let me get a 50-minute queued up and then we'll get to work. Also, I need to give us another little treasure chest. Beep. All right. Well, that being said, I have 50 minutes queued up on the clock. I wish everyone the best of luck. I'll see you on the other side of 50. Here we go. I'm just making one last little note, but if y'all want to tell me how you did in the chat, I would love to hear. Okay, Walter. He just walks through here. He has no clue that there are people on the other side of this thing. It's so funny. He doesn't care. He's like, I'm just going to get my snack. By the way, that's all he ever does when he's walking up here. He's going from his lambskin chair here, right? Which it's not real. It's fake. I should clarify that, by the way. But that like fuzzy lamb, super comfy chair. He comes up here. He walks across the desk, gets his snack over here, and then just comes back and naps again. So like, he's living a pretty chill life. All right. I think I literally have 3 pages left in this chapter to go through before I have all the events outlined. This thing is so long. So this is the top of it. And this is just bullet points of everything that happens. Keep in mind, this chapter is almost like 15,000 words or something crazy. So it's going to get split into a lot of different chapters, but it's just ridiculous how much is in there. And yeah, but 3 pages until that's done. So I'm sure I'll finish it this coming Tuesday. I may even work on it on the weekend a little bit. We'll see. I don't usually have time, but we'll see. Okay, let's see. I know it was fast, wasn't it, Jen? It like blew by. Okay, and now he's gotten into this thing. Okay, he just made it. Did you hear the little plop? It's like a soft bottom chair, so you can hear it when he jumps into it. I know, silly boy. Anyways, okay, but yeah, it was fast. It flew by. I'm glad we did a 3rd sprint. I feel like I needed that. I'm also going to give us a little treasure chest because I'm not great at keeping up with these, but I feel like tonight we have earned every single one. Yeah, I'm glad we did another one. I feel like I had a more thoroughly productive evening now. 2 sprints just wasn't enough. And I'm glad that you almost finished revising, by the way, Jen. That's huge. Alex wrote almost 300 words and then vibed for the rest of the sprint. Nice. We love a good vibe. I'm so glad that you guys do. I'm glad you guys are chill about him because this would be a tough stream if not. You guys are so supportive of him and I love it. Margot ate dinner and had some dessert and is prepping for some words after. Nice. I'm glad Walter is comfortable enough to boldly saunter. Yeah, he doesn't care. I just love he has no idea people are watching him. He's just like in his own world. Bree spent the entire sprint rewriting quite a bit now. I'm winding down, stretching, trying to fix my Hunchback of Notre Dame posture. Same girl. Do you see how I'm already slouching? Now I will say for most of the night I've been pretty good about sitting up, but now I'm like, I'm just chilling, talking to my pals. I'm gonna like lean back. Christina said, read some more, deleted 38 words, which is good. Cleaning stuff up. Nice. See, and Christina, I called this. Just for the record, I called this. Christina came in here and Christina was like, I've got a bit of a headache. I don't know if I'll get much done. And Christina's been getting stuff done. Just saying. Christina's in here doing that work. So, Ian made some more edits and recorded a vlog entry. Oh, sweet deal, Ian. Awesome. Walter's the TTWG mascot. I know, right? He really is at this point, pretty much. He really is. I need to bring back the Walter cam at some point. He's here for Team Spirit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he really is the mascot. And you know what's in some way, like, I feel like an orange cat does kind of fit this stream's vibe. Like, we're all very sweet and we get work done and everything, but we can go off the rails every once in a while. We go on tangents and stuff. It's pretty fun. All right, well, on that note, let's see. Oh, yeah. Listen, I think you are. I'm counting it as a success too, big time. I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to get so tired. These cats out here showing me up on the posture game. I'm starting to get a little tired, and you know, when you like you almost start like your words just start like blurring together because you're so tired. That's kind of where I'm at now. I'm trying to think. I don't think I really have much like housekeeping other than this weekend. I'm going to put out the Writers Coven sign up sheets, or sheet that'll go out Saturday, probably Friday or Saturday, but probably Saturday. We'll see. So you can start claiming spots for that if you want. It's 2 months away, so you got plenty of time. You don't need to claim a spot. It's just if you want to, it'll be there. Because I'd rather put it up earlier than later, just so people have plenty of time if they want to do it. So I'll put that up, and that's actually when I put it up last year too. That's the whole reason I'm doing it so early. So, so I'll put that up this weekend. Otherwise, I will see you guys on Tuesday for the next stream-a-rooney dooney. And yeah, I know it's coming up fast. Yeah, Orange Cat energy. It might. I've seen those things that like pull your shoulders back. I just need to be more mindful of it. I think I can handle it. I just got to be more mindful. But yeah, with that in mind, be brave, be a light. Remember that you are so loved, and I will see you guys around the internet. Bye, guys.